In this exercise today, you're going to be taking a pattern that I set up for figures 2, 3, and 4 and extending that pattern to figure 1, figure 5, and figure 6. Now, when you do this, you're also then going to tell me how the pattern is changing or growing. And I would also like to know, what would the 100th figure look like? How many tiles would it have, and how can you justify your prediction? So it helps to see a good example done, and when you see how I do this, maybe you'll be able to apply it in a similar fashion to the two problems you're going to be doing. So whenever I look at a pattern, the first thing I'm looking for is things that are changing. Now, some people will look for what's new in the picture. So like I can see that here had 1 on the top, here has 2 on the top. This one's got 3 at the top. So that's not only changing, but there's something new, right? So, and then this one has 1, and here's 1 here, and here's 1 over here. That's unchanging. This little square right here is constant in every picture. Now these squares right here, I notice that they make a bigger square. If you look right here, these 1, 2, 3 by 3, this is a 3 by 3 square. Here's a 4 by 4 square. Here's a 5 by 5 square. So it might help to kind of color code your picture. And I'm going to do that by dragging pieces off to the side here. Let me see if I can extend that out a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and drag pieces off to the side here and cover the parts as so. Right click on it, and then you can drag it bigger. And I'm going to change its color to green. So this part is one of the chunks that I see changing. So anything that's changing, I'm going to go ahead and change its color so that I can pay attention to it. This little box here, that makes it, cuts it into pieces. And then over here, I'm going to drag this one, and I'm going to make this bigger, change its color to green, and cut it up. So now I can see this part is a piece that is changing. Same thing's happening on the top here. So maybe I'll do the same thing. I'll cover it up, change its color. Whoa, change its color to, how about yellow? Does yellow work? Sure. And then we'll take this one, make it, actually I'm gonna put it on top, right click on it, drag it down, change it to yellow and split it up. And then this one I'll put up here on top, drag it down. You might have, I don't know how you'll do that with the Chromebook, but you can do it. Change its color to this yellowish color. Whoa, I guess it's an orange color. Well, that's probably right. There we go. So now I can identify the things that are constant. Maybe they're red ones. Those are the things that did not change. And the things that are changing as different groups. If I want to work this forward to figure 5, then if this is a 5 by 5 square for figure 4, I must need a 6 by 6 square for figure 5 with, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I need 4 on top and 1 on the side. So let me hide I need to hide a video for a second. So let's see here. I would need a, what do we say, a 5 by 5 or 6 by 6? 6 by 6. So I need 6 by 6. I'll put it right here. Nope, I'll put it down lower. And then I'm going to need 4 on top, and I'm going to need 1 on the side. And I think I will color code this the same way. That'll be green and cut up. And this will be a yellow and cut up yellow. And I'll do the same thing for 6. So if this was 6 by 6, this will be 7 by 7. So I make a 7 by 7 square. Put that here. And we will go ahead and put the 5 on top because there were 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This better be 5. And 1 on the side. And I can go ahead and change their color so I can see that pattern nicely. Whoa, a little bit too big. There we go. And green. And then I will bring one up here. Make that split up and yellow. And now the final task is to work backwards to figure 1. And later in our year, we'll also talk about figure 0. But for right now, figure 1, if this is 7 by 7, 6 by 6, 5 by 5, 4 by 4, 3 by 3, I need a 2 by 2 square with 1 on the side. And let's see here, 3, 2, 1, there must be 0 on top. So this must be the figure 0, which I will call that so I can color code it the same way. That must be the pattern. So now that I have my pattern set up, I know how it's growing. I need to describe how it grows. So let me open this up a little bit. And my description then, which I should be typing, but I won't do that right now. My description of this is going to be that the large green square grows by 1 unit bigger each time in length and width, creating a square that seems to be 1 bigger than the figure number. So figure 2 is a 3 by 3, figure 3 is a 4 by 4, figure 4 is a 5 by 5. So the big green square is 1 larger than the figure number on length and width. And the yellow looks like it's just a line of tiles that are 1 less than figure 4. 1 less than figure 3 has 2, 1 less than figure 2 has 1. So I know the number on top is always 1 less than the figure number. And the number on the side in red is always 1. So I would put that in writing. When it says, how is the pattern changing? I want you to write exactly how it's changing, and it might be a paragraph that you have to write so you can explain all of the picture. Problem C then says, what would the 100th figure look like? How many tiles would it have? So I know that the 100th figure, and I'm going to do a new share here. I'm going to go to a whiteboard for just a moment. So what I know is that figure 100 is going to have in the big part 101 by 101 with, let's see, it's 1 less than the figure number going up, so that would be 99 with 1 on the side. So I know that it's going to have a total of whatever 101, 101 times 101 we'll have 10,201 in here and a 99 and 1 more there. So I can say the total tiles is going to be 10,301. So that's a description of figure 100. Figure 100 would have 10,201 here on the side, 99 on top, and 1 on the side. And that answers the question, what would the 100th figure look like? How many tiles would it have? And how can you justify it? So that's my justification. Thank you for listening, and I shall now stop recording.